What if I told you that the very thing making you feel loved, being there for everyone, always replying first, always showing up on time, is actually keeping you stuck in relationships where you're undervalued, disrespected, and emotionally drained? Because here's the brutal truth. When you are always available, emotionally available, physically present, mentally invested, people stop seeing your worth. And worse, they start using it. This isn't just another psychology video about boundaries. This is about power, real psychological power. The kind that shifts how people treat you. The kind that changes your life overnight. And when you finally learn how to stop being emotionally available to everyone, everything changes. You'll stop being taken for granted. You'll gain respect without asking for it. You'll become someone others chase, not someone who's always chasing. So if you're tired of being used, tired of being the one who always shows up, and tired of giving more than you get, then keep watching. Because this video will show you exactly what happens when you stop being available, and how to do it without guilt, fear, or regret. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." So ask yourself, why do you constantly put others first? Why can't you say no? Why do you fear being alone more than being used? You might be surprised by what you find when you finally stop being available. Let's start with a hard pill to swallow. Availability kills value. Think about it. In dating, work, friendships, even family, when someone knows they can get you anytime, anywhere, they stop appreciating you. That's not love. That's convenience. And Carl Jung knew this better than anyone. He called it individuation, the process of becoming your true self, separate from others' expectations. But most people never reach that stage, because they're too busy trying to be liked. Here's the secret: people don't respect what's easy to get, but they chase what's rare. So what happens when you become scarce? When you stop replying instantly, cancel plans without guilt, or simply disappear for a while? They start paying attention. Suddenly you're not just another option. You're the only one. This isn't manipulation. It's strategy. And it's rooted in human psychology. The law of desire says this: we want what we can't have. So if you want more respect, more control, more attraction, stop being so damn available. Let's talk about emotional availability, the kind that makes you answer every text at midnight, drop everything for a friend, or tolerate disrespect because you're afraid of losing someone. That's not love. That's codependency. And people exploit it, because they know you'll always come back. You're giving them access to your time, energy, and emotions, and they're treating it like an unlimited resource. But you're not a vending machine. You're not meant to be pressed for comfort whenever someone feels lonely. Jung talked about shadow projection, how people project their insecurities onto others. And often, those who need you the most are the ones who fear their own growth the most. So they keep you small. They keep you available. Because if you grow, if you change, if you disappear, they lose control. And that terrifies them. So ask yourself, are you staying in their orbit, or building your own universe? Now let's imagine a different version of you. A version that doesn't reply to every message. That cancels plans when they're not aligned with your goals. That prioritizes peace over drama. What happens then? Something powerful. People start to miss you. They start to wonder where you went. They begin to question whether they took you for granted. And suddenly you're not the one chasing anymore. They are. This is the law of attraction, not just romantic but psychological. People are drawn to mystery, to confidence, to someone who has their own life. And the best part? You start respecting yourself again. Because when you stop bending for everyone else, you stand taller for yourself. That's real self-worth. Not what people say about you, but what you believe when they're gone. And Jung would say this is the beginning of true individuation, of becoming whole. Okay, so now you know the theory. You understand how being constantly available can lead to being undervalued, emotionally drained, and even manipulated in relationships. But knowledge without action is just philosophy. So let's talk about the real stuff, the practical steps you can take today to stop being emotionally available to everyone and start living on your own terms. Step 1. Delay responses. Master the art of silence. The first step is simple but powerful: delay responses. Whether it's a text, a call, or a DM, don't reply immediately. Let them wait. Build curiosity. Don't rush to reassure them that you're always there. This isn't about playing games. It's about reclaiming your power in communication. Because when you respond instantly, you signal urgency. When you wait, you signal control. And people notice, especially those who've been taking your presence for granted. Step 2. Say no without guilt. Set boundaries that protect your energy. Next, learn how to say no without guilt. Every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, you're saying no to yourself. Every time you agree out of obligation, you lose a piece of your autonomy. Start protecting your time like it's gold, because it is. You don't have to explain, apologize, or justify your boundaries. Just say no, with respect but with conviction. Because being emotionally unavailable sometimes is not coldness. It's clarity. Step 3. Create space. Let people feel your absence. Take intentional breaks from social media. Disappear for a weekend. Go offline. Let people feel your absence. Let them wonder where you went. People only miss what they used to have, and if you're always around, they'll never realize how much they took you for granted. This isn't about punishment. It's about perspective. When you give people space, you allow them to see how much they truly value you, or how little. Step 4. Prioritize self-development. Build a life that doesn't need validation. Fill your schedule with things that matter to you, not others. Work on your goals. Learn new skills. Improve your health. Build your confidence. Because when you're focused on becoming better, you stop needing validation from others. You become the kind of person who doesn't beg for attention. You earn it by doing something worth noticing. That's how you shift from being emotionally dependent to being emotionally independent. Step 5. Embrace solitude. Learn to be alone without feeling lonely. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means being free. It means you don't need someone else to complete you. You're already whole. And when you become comfortable with solitude, you stop needing people to fill the void. Because the void was never them, it was your own unmet needs. So learn to sit with silence, to be still, to enjoy your own company. Because when you can be happy alone, you stop settling for unhappy relationships. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, practice being unavailable. See how people react. See how you feel. Do they suddenly care more? Do they reach out more often? Do you feel stronger, more in control? Because when you stop running after people, they start running toward you. And remember, the world respects strength, not sacrifice. Power, not presence. You don't need to be liked by everyone. You need to be respected by the right ones. As Carl Jung once said, "I'd rather be whole than good." So stop trying to be the perfect friend, partner, or employee. Start becoming the person you were meant to be. If this video spoke to you, hit like right now. Subscribe to this channel if you're ready to stop being used and start being respected. And turn on notifications, because we drop videos like this every week. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one way you're going to stop being available starting today? Write it down. Commit to it. Because when you stop being available, everything changes.